So with that now showing some paths, let's take a little bit more about the paths, well, what we can do with them. So we take a look under storage devices at our iSCSI LUN there. I'm going to edit multipathing. So vSphere has 3 default path selection policies. So path selection policies are a plugin into the VMware Native Multipathing engine, which are used to select which path. Now these 3 are, as I say, are built into VMware, hence it says VMware in brackets there. It's also possible to add additional path selection plugins from vendors such as Dell, EMC, Equalogic, HPE, Nimble, etc. However, these days I find most storage vendors are happy to use the default path selection policies. So the first one, and this is the default one, is most recently used. So we pick a path, we start using it. Next time we come to use it, we use the same one again, and we keep doing that until we have a reason to change it, such as that path being down. Once we do change it, we stick with the one that we've changed to. So if this top path were to fail suddenly, we'd move over to the second one down there, and we would just stick with that. Even if the original path returned, we'd carry on. Now, round robin. Before you enable round robin, you should check with your storage vendor that they do support round robin. It is dependent upon support from the storage vendor. However, this distributes the requests over the paths. So it will send the first 1,000 requests down one path, and then the next 1,000 down the other path, and hence just round robin. The last one is fixed. So we choose a preferred path, and it will use that all the time. If that path is down, it will fail over to one of the others. However, as soon as the preferred path comes back, we will start using that one again. So they're all fairly simple. I tend to put it on round robin where I have support from the storage vendor. And now we can see under paths, both of them are showing as active I/O. Now vSphere is aware of something called ALUA, Asymmetric Logical Unit Access. This is a feature within SANs. If you imagine a SAN that has 2 controllers, the LUNs are generally owned by particular controllers. Each controller becomes primary for one or more LUNs, but you can usually still access LUNs that are owned by controller A through controller B and vice versa. And vSphere can understand that through the plugins to the native multipathing engine within vSphere. And if that is the case, you will see some paths that are active and some that are standby. And that is because it knows that the standby paths are on controller B and are therefore not the optimum paths. So it will use the active paths preferentially and then fail over to the standby paths if absolutely necessary.